Welcome back to Auto Salvage Outlaws. This piston here is the ones that's out of the 69 302. Alright. A few things I want to notice about everything. This is the rod cap. That's out of the 80 model 302. You can see a little bit of difference in them. Here, and of course here. The length, I believe, I didn't even check the length. I think the length is the same length. Here's where our problem starts with. This one, I'm the one that messed this up by leaving it soaking in some chemicals, and I forgot about it. This cap here is good, that goes on that piston there that I just showed you. Now we take a tape measure and measure the width of it, and then the width of this one. I'm gonna bring it around here. Here's the problem. This one out of the 69, it's a one little mark. I think it's a 1/16 of an inch shorter than the 80 model. Now in my motor that I put the pistons in is the 80 model block. 80 model crankshaft. So in reality, if this would have been to use, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. So I can't use this, and I'll show you why. I'm trying to hold the phone and do this too, and it's not jihading too well. We're going to turn these around. Now these flat sides right here, imagine these are the same thing, and you're putting your engine together. Sorry about my big old fingers in the way. These sides here right up against each other. Just like that, rod against rod. Alright. That's actually this side. Sorry about that, folks. They ride like this right here. Between the journals on the crankshaft. Alright. Pay attention. If you see, getting over here, it's kind of hard to do here. You see this little groove right here? That little groove right there for a reason. Each one of your rod caps has that groove that rides against the crankshaft. This little groove is no longer there because the chemicals ate that little groove out. And that's why you see that right there. Alright. So that's my dilemma. or whatever you want to call it. Kind of stuck between a hard place and a rock, and that rock is got more weight. So what I gotta do is figure out something, because if I run this,
weather update from the First Alert Weather Team is now available.
if I run this rod cat, not this one, but the other one I got in the motor now, with the rest of these rod caps and rods, what's going to happen is when I first start that motor up, because of this and being long, being wider, and this and being shorter, and in the engine, just like it is set right here, what's going to happen is this rod and piston that's in the motor, it's going to have a little movement to this rod and piston that's in the motor. And what's going to happen there is it's going to automatically have a rod knot. Now, I'm not no professional engine builder, and I'm not no professional by no chance. I got enough sense to know that this ain't gonna work. And these is not gonna work because I'm missing one of these in the motor for that number 4 piston. So the only thing on these rods and pistons, I've got a number, I think it's a number 6. I think I'd have to go out there and dig out my pistons and rods out of my bags because I had to put them up because it's raining. I would have to, one or two things, I've got to either find one good rod cap from a 1980 302 and I hope it's like this, not like this, but not watered out, and I could use. Or I'll have to find a whole set of other pistons and rods to make it work. And when you're messing around with stuff like this, you really got to pay attention to your parts and your parts list, your part numbers, and all that. I've been racking my brain for the last 3 or 4 days and trying to figure it out. There's look like a little difference. No, yeah, there is a little difference in the height too. If you can see right there, there's a little difference right there. Let me turn these around. And they're sitting flat. And you can see the difference. I've been trying to figure this out. If it was a Chevrolet, I could probably just grab a rod and pistons out of another Chevrolet motor, no matter any 350, 305, from the time they first made them till I think 96. Whenever year they quit making the regular 350s or 305s. But here's the problem with Ford Motor Company. They changed up so much in the years between engines, and it's the same engine, but yet there's so much difference in between them. So I've got to figure something out. If not, then I got to figure something else and go a different route. Because I ain't got the money to put that thing in there and it blow out the side of it and tear my camshaft up, my crankshaft up, and then I'll be back to square one. So here's what I'm thinking. I've either got to find me, like I said, a rod cap that's made like this right here that will work and it ain't walled out and down in the copper. The 80 model engine was all standard because we checked that when I took it apart. Or change everything over to the 69 motor, or just use it like I get set up now and just replace the pistons and the rods or something. I don't know. I do know this. What I got set up now is not going to work, and I'm not going to waste 2 days of putting the motor together and putting it in there and crank it up, and it's got a rod knocking, and then I'm back to square one. I'm not gonna go that route. Only though it would make a good video of the rod slinging through the hood of it, but it wouldn't be a good investment on my wallet, because then I'd have to start all over again. So when you're building something, you really pay attention to the details of your parts, because just because it looks similar doesn't mean it's the same. And you can definitely tell that it's not going to work. This one here is heavy, or this one right here is lighter than that one. So here we go on the chicken run. Let's see if we can get us 8 chickens with 8 chicken rods with 8 chicken caps, and see what kind of chicken we can make the chicken run. Just wanted to come on and make that, and just show everybody where I'm at, and see if I can figure something out. Like I say, I'm not opposed to finding another rod cap for that 80 model 302. That would be fine with me, because that way I ain't got to pull my pistons out. All I got to do is pull the oil pan back off, slide it on there, and let it ride. Or, worst case scenario, I'll just take everything out and I'll hone the cylinders on the 69 and then put it together, and then I'll figure out something about the busted cracked piston on the 69. That's where I'm at, so we'll figure something out. Hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.